Hello, happy Sunday. Welcome to my channel, Sharina Walters, and I'm in the car again. I'm actually leaving my very first eye appointment. Other than the appointments, that we used to have at school, I think it was just, you have a time of the day where everyone in the school had to get their vision checked. And remember the hearing test that they used to do as well? Well, I think other than that, I haven't had a vision test. Maybe the last time too that I had one was when I had my driver's license picture replaced and updated, which was in 2008. And so I failed the exam at the DMV like the day before my birthday, but I can see. So that was what's so confused, and I was like, huh? So apparently I have issues with seeing things far away, but up close I'm straight. And so yeah, the good old DMV was very kind to extend my license for another 2 months. So February 28th, this month, because today is February 2nd, 2025, my license would expire. So I'm so grateful that they extended it. Everything went well. Thank God for insurance. My insurance kicked in yesterday, which was February 1st. So instead of paying $600 and something, I only paid $289, and then I think it was like $40 additional, because I paid extra $29. So it would have been only like $10, but I paid an extra $29 so I wouldn't have to get dilated. And when I was reading on Google, it was saying that it can make you nauseous and this, that, and the third. And the lady was like, no, you won't. You will be fine. But she had another alternative than doing a dilation of my eyes. So, but the doctor, when I seen the doctor was like, hey, since you didn't get the dilation today, you will need to get it the next time you come. And I was like, okay. But I got on here, and I don't know if it's going to be blurry to y'all, but this is blurry to me for some reason. It's so blurry. Anywho, I got on here because I was thinking about when I wasn't making the best decisions in my life as a young adult, in my 20s, in my 30s, and I'm gonna say it stopped really at 40. Now, when it came to intimate relationships, and so I had long-term relationships, and I'm thinking I'm equipped for life. I have all the skills and tools that I need. Of course, you just can base it off of people that you saw growing up and your immediate circle. You really don't have anyone or a measure to compare it to other than that, unless you're really close with another family, and you really in their business, and that's really not the case, especially not in our community. So all I knew was just what I saw in my own community, which was you tolerate a lot, right? And from your partner, and I did. I didn't realize that I was not really well equipped, and what I mean by that was just not knowing my worth, not knowing boundaries, and not knowing that, when someone disrespects you the first time, as Maya Angelou say, believe them the first time. But I because of my trauma, they call it trauma bond, that you experience during childhood. Things happen. I'm sorry, I won't do it no more. Things happen. Oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it no more. Things happen. Sorry, I won't do it no more. So I'm thinking, and then eventually people get better. And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's going to be my experience. Okay, no problem. So what? They disrespected me. Yeah, okay. Now it hurts, and you talk to them, sometimes yelling and cursing, and which lets you know that's a lack of emotional intelligence. Whoever knew what the heck that meant, Lord, I was so lost. Jesus. Oh, I remember my high school sweetheart, before he broke up with me. Yeah, he broke up with me. He said I was too nice. You don't say. He said I was too nice, y'all. Like, who would have thunk it? I was too nice. He's like, you don't communicate well. And I didn't understand what he meant. He was like, I need you to communicate with me, argue something. And I felt that I did, but I knew what he meant. I didn't know how to really talk to men. I felt intimidated. Now, people who I grew up in my community with, I could talk to the guys in the neighborhood. That was easy. But people that I didn't know, I was really shy. And I didn't know that what I had to say really was of value. So a lot of times I was quiet. I didn't know what to say when being disrespected. Or when something just didn't feel right. And so I let a lot of things slide, and that was my fault that I stayed too long in the relationship, because when something just don't feel right. Really when you should actually leave, even if you're saying, hey, I just wanted to see if that person would change. You can still feel this ain't right, man. Why is it that I keep pouring into this relationship and I'm not getting filled back up? My cup is empty. I'm thinking about you all day long. Like, have you ever experienced that, where you're in this relationship, you eat, sleep, drink this person. All you can think about is, from the time that you wake up, what this person doing, why they ain't doing, who they with, what's in their phone, why it seems like they're not compassionate towards me. I do everything that they ask me to. I feel like I go over and beyond the expectations of a good woman. Why can't they see my value? You can't even see your value. Why would they see it? It's not meant for them to see it. You should know, and you act upon it. Meaning, a person only would treat you the way that you allow. I know that truly. I can say it with truth, with conviction, because your girl been through it. You hear me? And now I know what that means. Like, I really had to put it to test, and I said, oh, so this is what this means. And when someone has disrespected you for, let's say, for over 14 years, let's say for over 22 years, yeah, I mean, that's like, when they put this happened in real life, true life, like 22 years. Whew. Yeah, it took me that long to kind of realize, baby, this ain't gonna work. It took me to 16 years. Was it 14? It was 14 years actually for me to say, you know what, I'm done with it, go through the process. At 16 years, I filed my divorce. I was done. Took a whole break of 2.5 years, of 2 years and 7 months of not speaking to that person, and then reconnected with the person, and just, not in a way that I thought immediately like in a relationship, but just kind of figuring like, hey, is this supposed to be? Because maybe it is. Maybe that's why they came back into my life. And I'm thinking they reappeared into my life because this is what God wanted. Child. Now you know darn well this is not what God wanted. God had not showed me so many times, this is not who I want for you. Both of y'all are my child. Y'all my children. But this is not the child that I need you to be connected with. He ain't it, boo. And I was like, I don't understand why. I just love him. Oh, I love him. And my little feelings was hurt last year when I was just like, oh, you mean to tell me I went through all of that because it was just me? So I'm the problem? Like, Yeah, pretty much. Yep. You the problem. You was hard-headed. You didn't want to listen. You didn't want to stay away, truly, like in my heart of hearts. And I didn't know what ego was. Ego, I think they say that it's for you to make the story true. Whatever your conviction is about a certain situation, that's something that you want to come to light. So for me, I wanted, from before we even got together, a whole year before we were even together, I was infatuated with this person. And yeah, I was infatuated. That was already a red flag. And my therapist, yeah, I went to therapy, child. My therapist told me that this, you know, and it's like, oh, you know, I don't know what you call them with things. Start with a C. But the little guy that's supposed to fly, you know, like Valentine's Day coming up. Is it Cherubab or Cherub? My apologies, I'm butchering the name. But he got the little heart, and like he, oh, you waiting on a car? Child, I'm in this parking lot, y'all, of Costco. And he's supposed to like shoot you in the heart, so you just fall instantly in love with the person. Oh, that's a red flag. I was told there's something within that individual that is speaking to your trauma. I ain't no therapist now. I'm hearing this from my psychotherapist, okay? And no, I didn't go inside of a mental ward, but I need a psychotherapist. They're therapists, and they're also able to prescribe you medicine, which I never took, because on both sides of my family we are addicted to narcotics and have addictive personalities on both sides. So your girl wasn't trying to even play with it, but I felt like they were more experienced, so that was always my request when dealing with my mind, right? And so my therapist, bless her heart, she was like, Sharina, she said, that was a red flag. I wish, you know, I was counseling you at that time. But yeah, but because I was so infatuated with this individual a whole year prior to me getting in a relationship with them, I just thought that it was meant to be. So I just want to let you know that if you're in a similar situation, you need to let that relationship go. There's no other scenario. But let me see what happens when, okay, so I'm going to see what happens when I cook his food, what time he come home, and if he going to come home at enough time that's going to be close to the time that's going to be where his food is hot. And if he don't come home by that certain time, then that means that he was with somebody. You see how stupid that sounds? You see how crazy that sounds? Whew, your girl used to be, ooh. Well, you know what? When he walks in the house, I'm going to see if he says hello. I'm going to see if he gives me a hug. I'm going to see. And all of these I'm going to see scenarios is just basically the answer. Like, that is the answer.